What if Deku used the three sword style? Part 10. This will be the final part to this series, as I'm not going to continue this to like 20 parts, as that wouldn't really make sense. Now, getting into the what if. Izuku and Mitsuki are offered to travel with the Going Merry until they find a place where they want to live, which they end up finding a place on a remote island with lots of resources and animals. Mitsuki and Izuku wanted to raise their child there, so they waited for a nice island where this island would end up coming. They would raise their son remote right there on that island up until he was 10. Izuku training him like the three sword style, the way Zoro did, as when he was 10, it just so happened that on that remote island, a portal opened up. They look to the portal as Izuku says, so this must be the portal. What a coincidence. Time must travel differently here. Maybe Zoro was wrong though. Maybe the portal opens up every 10 years. Huh. At least we found an island where it opens up. But should we go in? We have such a life here. As Mitsuki thinks about it, says, well, we do have all these coins. They're probably rare that time. We could probably become rich selling these. And if UA is still open, we can at least have Remote do what he wants, become a hero or a villain. It doesn't really matter. Which Izuku says okay, as they get Remote and go through with the portal. After that, they are met with the huge, or not the huge, just a massive statue of Zoro, but right next to it was also Izuku. Now that he went back in time and beat Zoro, Izuku was also there as another strong opponent that Zoro wanted to remember. Now they end up going back to the island as they, or not the island, technically the island, but it's Japan, as they go back to Japan as they go and find UA, where Izuku just says, we must train you for 4 more years, and then you can either go here and become a hero, or leave and become a villain. Which Remote says okay. After this, the 4 years pass as Remote chooses to go to UA to become a hero like his father once wanted to. When he was there, he met all kinds of different people, where Aisawa, still teaching after 14 years, he says, Remote Midoriya. That name sounds familiar. Do you happen to have the parents Izuku Midoriya and Mitsuki Bakugo? Which Remote just says, yes, how'd you know? As Aisawa just says, Izuku, your father was in my class 14 years ago. To where Aisawa says, where have you guys been? Now, Remote doesn't really know the answer and just scratches his head and says, oh, I'm not really sure. They said something about a time travel portal, and then they were there 14 years and then came back. It's really confusing, I'm not really sure. As Aisawa just looks at him like he's a complete idiot, but goes on with the lesson. Now, Izuku would end up becoming a vigilante, but since they never saw him using his quirks, they just let it happen. He would end up running into Aisawa before, as Izuku would just say, so, Aisawa, we meet once again. Interesting. You won't be able to beat me. Not even All Might could in his prime. It's interesting. And my son will become that powerful as well. As many years pass with Remote becoming the number 1 hero, with his hero name Remote Explosives, or Remote Explosion, or some stupid and cheesy name like that. As he becomes the number 1 hero, with both Mitsuki and Izuku living out pretty much rich with all the gold coins they were able to steal off of the uh, marine ship. And that's where the series gonna end. I finally figured out a good enough ending to finish off this what if. Now, tomorrow will most likely be What If Deku had gravity, part 4, I believe. So I thank you all for watching. Once again, remember, art contest link in the description for the Discord, and goodbye.